What's good, everyone? I'm back with another one. You already know what the title says. Before we jump in, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. You see this right here? This is from the New York Post. You all know Zoran Mandani. I checked today, and this guy has a custom Carhartt jacket. A custom Carhartt jacket. He's worried about all the wrong things. People have died because of the cold. The article says Mandani claims being mayor couldn't be going better, even as 10 people have died in New York City's deep freeze, and the city is dealing with a $12 billion budget shortfall. Let me be straight with you. I'm pretty sure that number has gone up to 17. 17. That's absolutely insane. Completely insane. The bottom line is Zoran Mandani keeps taking loss after loss. He's taking one L after another, and it's not just me saying it. His own voters are seeing it too. And honestly, I still find it funny. I really do. Because people warned them. People said this wasn't going to work out. And I haven't seen anyone say anything positive about Zoran Mandani. Not one person. It says tens of thousands of New York City residents are without heat. Tenants are furious with Mayor Zoran Mandani over this. There's so much going on. So much. It says, Mayor Mandani admitted on Wednesday that 17 New Yorkers died outside during the recent cold snap. Not only that,
as of this morning, 17 New Yorkers have passed away outside during this code blue. In 13 of these cases, preliminary findings indicate that hypothermia played a role. 3 of these deaths appear to be overdose-related deaths, while 1 remains unknown.
So there you have it. You can see that in some ways it looks like he just doesn't care, like he genuinely doesn't care. And it's clear. New Yorkers are running out of patience with Mandani as huge piles of garbage are taking over the streets all across New York City. I'm telling you, it's bad.
I did a video about Mamdani not cleaning up the trash in New York, and people were like, oh, it's because of city snow, because of ice. Do you see this? This is because of nothing. Look, this is the Great Wall of New York City trash. This is now a national landmark, actually. You can't even see that there is a road on the opposite side of this. I'm about 6 feet tall. Look at this. This is my height. At the very least, I'll give it to Mamdani. They separated the recycles and the wall of trash. So you have a nice wall of recycles here and a beautiful wall of trash here. This is insane.
It's crazy. This is what you have to see when you step out of your house or apartment. You're staring at mountains of trash. That's not acceptable. And it's happening in different areas too. That's the real problem. It's all over the place, all this garbage. This is a different location, everyone. Once again, a different spot. This is Michael Rapaport. I'm pretty sure I said his name right. The comedian. Check this out.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This poor bastard ain't getting out until the spring. Look at this. Dirt a week after the snowstorm. Look at this dirty shit hole. Look at this. I don't know what this guy's gonna do. This guy, call your insurance company. Look at this dirt. Where's the mayor to clean this up? They got garbage everywhere, dirty snow. What do you do with this? Where's your shovel now, Mamdani? Look at this shit. You know how many people fall, break their ankles? Look at this. This is New York. Start spreading the news. And this is on the Upper East Side. 3 minutes from where the mayor lives. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this. This guy's never getting. Look at this. Look at this. It's the reality of New York City. 1 month. Where's the salt? Where's the shovels? Where's the plows? Bullshit, fake. Look at this. Look at this. This is great luck for New York. Look at it. This guy's never getting out. His car's destroyed. This poor bastard with his motor scooter.
You all better get out there and do something because a lot of people are shouting about how much they love Mandani. When we tried to warn them, we tried to tell them, I'm saying, when it comes down to it, when it really comes down to it, people need to pay attention. This is exactly why I don't just come here making things up. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. You know I'm going to keep it real with you when it comes to a lot of topics. I'm going to do my best and truly be honest with you. I never want to, because my whole thing is when I drop these videos, when I put out this content, my main goal is to keep you entertained. That's why I talk about other subjects and not just this topic, because I know it can get heavy sometimes. That's why I try to cover something lighter and then jump into the video and talk about what we need to talk about, because this content can get heavy. but I try to make people happy. And I also try to give you good information to the best of my ability, along with my take on it and the facts that come out. I also try to reach people who are confused, people who weren't paying close attention but made that mistake or had a certain mindset thinking this was right when it's actually wrong. You know what I'm saying? And before we go further, drop a comment and let me know what you think about this. Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Let me know. I'm telling you, you need to hear this. Sky Jenny reports that after, and I'm telling you it gets worse as I keep going. After a police officer was stabbed while working in New York City, Mayor Mandani went to the hospital, right? Okay, unbelievable. What do you mean? That's exactly what he should do. You know, a police officer was stabbed. He went to the hospital. Well, he didn't go to the hospital to check on the officer. He went to the hospital to comfort the attacker. That's absolutely crazy. I'm not kidding.
Why are Democrats more committed to demonizing law enforcement than in defending you, law-abiding citizens? And now another clear example from New York City Mayor Zoran Mandani, who recently made a hospital visit, not to see a police officer, but to see the man who stabbed a police officer with a knife. Here's cut 14.
And as you said, I spoke with the Chakraborty family and I visited Chavez in the hospital. And there is no family should have to endure.
It honestly breaks your heart. I think it's heartbreaking because that officer didn't want to shoot him. He didn't want to. You can tell just based on drop the knife, drop the knife, drop the knife, and giving him chances. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, and this is standard in many departments, a lot of you probably already know about this. Let me make sure I have this right. What I'm about to say, because it is, trust me, it is. It's a rule about this. All right, so you call it and usually different people call it by different names. Like I said, I went to the police academy, and I never want to. So one thing about it, when I say I want to check, you see me looking down. I'm not someone who, I don't want to lie to you and I don't want to give wrong information. If I'm not sure, I'm not going to say it. If it's wrong, I'll just leave it at that. Some people call it a 30-foot rule. Some people call it the 20 or 21-foot rule. I've heard 21 a lot, but what it basically is a police officer needs that 21 feet. They need about 21 feet to judge when dealing with a threat. If you're not within that distance, they're pretty close to you. They have a knife, they have a weapon, and you already have that situation. You basically want to have that weapon already out, if I'm not mistaken. You want to have your weapon ready because of this, and just watching that video based on that rule, the officer clearly didn't want to do that. What people don't understand is there are officers who are probably trigger happy. They're ready to do that. There are people in this world who feel they have to, and it's sad for me. I don't want to say there are officers like that, but again, we're all human. Everyone has different thoughts. I'm just being honest. And it's sad. I mean, it's terrible. We've seen it before. But there are great officers. My father has been a police officer. My father has been a police officer for 27 years. I have uncles who are police officers. Detective, that's an uncle. So when you have that background, you have great officers who don't want to be in that situation. They don't want to put themselves in that position at all. I've been through something in my life that has given me PTSD. I suffer from bad anxiety. I deal with mental health problems every single day. Literally every day because of what I've been through with guns and things like that. I told you I'd share my story eventually, but when it comes to situations like that, you don't want to be forced to do anything like that, and I feel so many people don't understand that. So for Mayor Mandani to act that way and not see that and not visit that officer and say, and I haven't shown you the full clip of what he said. This whole speech says New York Mayor Zoran Mandani claims the man who attacked police officers with a knife doesn't deserve prosecution, but needs mental health treatment instead. And right there, I'm a strong supporter of mental health, but one thing you don't do is stand up there and clearly point out who the attacker was and, you know, he has mental health issues and sit there trying to baby the person who obviously is what you're talking about. And it just shows how he really feels about police officers. I'm serious. Watch this.
Question. Okay, go ahead.
Seeing the body cam video, change or reinforce your initial concerns about it?
My job as the mayor is to be straightforward with the New Yorkers and also to inform them of updates. And in meeting with the family, in visiting Chavez at the hospital, and in viewing this footage, it is clear to me that what Chavez needs is mental health treatment, not criminal prosecution from a district attorney. And we are talking about a family that is enduring the kind of pain that no family should, and an individual that has lived with schizophrenia for many years. And we have known of the need of a Department of Community Safety prior to this moment. This only highlights the urgency of that need and to be able to deliver it for New Yorkers.
He's always saying what he's going to do and never does it. He's exactly that type of person. I told you. What did I say? I told you just a few days ago, a couple days ago, about the whole thing with the snow. He doesn't, this is the first time I've heard him mention anything about mental health, anything about wanting a program for this because of different reasons. He only does this to look better. I'm telling you, he only does this and he's not looking good at all. I'm being honest right now, he's not looking good. The things he's saying, the things he's doing, it's not okay. It's really not right. That's why huge numbers of New York Police Department uniforms are literally left on the sides of roads. This is why people don't want to serve. I mean, you have a mayor who doesn't care about police officers. Why stay, honestly? I mean, why stay? The article says, hey, New York, start spreading the news. You know I'm leaving today. I don't want to be part of it. I'm telling you, it's really, and one truth about it is that it's one of those situations that's so sad that so many officers either quit or retired in 2025. 3,400 officers quit or retired in 2025. And just seeing that, and especially now with Zoran Mandani doing that, the stunt he pulled in defending that person and not caring about that police officer, I'm telling you, trust me, I wouldn't want to serve under Zoran Mandani. I'm being honest with you. Another thing I need to bring up, just like I said in my last video, because this is true, New York City just had the safest January on record. The latest NYPD data shows homicides have dropped 60% and shootings have gone down 20% compared to the same time in 2025. Let me tell you something. One fact is, no matter how anyone tries to spin it, a huge thank you goes to ICE, a huge thank you to the FBI, the Trump administration, and President Trump, because that's why those numbers are down. One thing I can't stand is when they sit here and try to make it look like these people did this. They're trying to make it seem like Zoran Mandani is doing a great job. No, absolutely not. You need to give credit to President Trump, and I'll say that. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you all. Much love, everyone. See you in the next one.